Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Welcome to winternomicsTV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Welcome to winternomicsTV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Winternomics. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Winter, 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 winternomics. Winter, winter, winter. Welcome. Winter, winter, winternomics. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Winter, 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 winternomics. Winter, winter, winter. Welcome. Winter, 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 winternomics. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Winter, 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 winternomics. Winter, winter, winter. Welcome. Winter, 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 winternomics. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Winternomics. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Winter, winter, winter. Welcome. Winter, winter, Winternomics. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Winternomics. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Winter, 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 winter. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics.
What up, what up? What it do, what it is. Trollex is always going strong on Twitter. I actually stopped paying those guys any mind, to be honest. But yes, their troll sentiments are always noteworthy. What do you think? You don't like the goatee action? Thought I'd switch it up a little. Don't worry, if you think you could recognize me in public, you won't. So, what's good in the hood? How's everybody doing? Emerald City, do a little green vibe out there. Market really did lose this downward deceleration, and right now we're looking at a little pre-market up again. So basically we're in the same place as Wednesday morning. So the goat with the goatee, I like that. I do not have gold teeth. What the fuck color is your monitor, bro? This shit's monochrome. I do not have gold teeth. Let's see here. Don't need that channel open. One sec. Let me reload this page. So if you guys saw it, let me see if I can find this fast. I want to show you something funny. For those of you who've been around for a while. Come on, where are you? Here it is. Did you guys see that fucking Jim Cramer does fractal analysis now? Man, he's come a long way in 20 years, I gotta say. They won't say the word fractal there, but do you believe this? I'm just saying, you know, where are all these guys been with this chart stuff, right? He used to talk all the economic dribble. Now he's just got this chart looks like that chart. Pretty amazing. Glad he came up with that one all on his own. Stunning, isn't it? Pretty ridiculous. I got fucking Financial Times turning Jim Cramer into the Cramer indicator. Got Jim Cramer doing fractal analysis. You know, I think I've seen this all somewhere. I don't know where exactly, but I think so. He should be watching the show. That's the inside joke, Joe. It obviously came from us. They know who we are. What do you call it? I see our show audience right now, if I'm right, is below 100 still right now once we're started. So it's definitely skeleton crew vibes this morning. Market's been tough. Market's been pretty choppy. Yeah, it's low though. I mean, we're barely there. So I think it's safe to call it skeleton crew vibes. You know, there's not a lot of people around in general. Twitter's got some trolley energy. We know last trolley energy was at the top of this correction, so we've got some trolley energy out there right now. People are like definitely split in the Clonix world about the drip, right? You know, the merch looks just like, it looks like shit, let's be honest. There's a couple items that look pretty cool. But overall, the body of merch they release looks like, you know, it looks like the shirts and shit you see if you walk through a Walmart and you walk through the men's section, you see tees and you see long sleeves on the hangers. You wouldn't be able to tell if I mixed Artifact into that. You would know it wasn't that. So it's kind of crazy. But anyways, where are we today? I guess is what we got to figure out, right? Market's been pretty crazy here on the correction. We looked at ETH as a proxy, we thought, for the market. We're going to check ETH again this morning, see where he's at. We think he is a good proxy for the market. Uno momento, por favor. What time is it now? That is, right, there we go. Where are we looking at? Okay, yes, spies. Oh no, ETH. My fault. One sec. ETH, right. So what chart did I drop for you guys? It was Trolex Shockwave, this guy. I always have two sets of charts because I got two sets of drawings and stuff. So yeah, we had drawn this guy for you guys to pay attention to as a proxy for, man, these lines are coming out janky as fuck. How about this? There we go. Yeah, we drew this guy up. So we thought he was in a bull flag, thought we could hold up 1423. So far, so good. And if this guy held, he was probably something worth keeping an eye on for like the spies, right? So the spies obviously gonna go a little lower. Same bull flag. We put him on this chart. Right. And I told you he's in this angle down here. He dropped down yesterday and he's now gapping and recoiling, kind of like showing like the structure of ETH. Like ETH is kind of really actually like the leading indication of risk assets. You know, funny enough, right now we would normally use spies, but you know, spies had their specific risk with Jackson Hole and what Powell said, and so they began to underperform. So it kind of looked like ETH was telling more of the story, you know, than the spies were giving away. So far, it looks like some of these guys can hold some of these interesting levels and begin to try and rotate, like we talked about. So this gap, it did punch into it, but for all intents and purposes, it's going to hold the structure of the gap and now bounce back out of it and go back into this range here. So it's just one day down through it and back up again. So we are stabilizing a little bit, and it is worth paying attention to because the sentiment is shitty out there again. The amount of people trolling Cramer to see him fail, and you know, Cramer dropping fractal analysis. I mean, let's be honest, that's just fucking crazy on its own, right? No one likes Cramer, and now Cramer's dropping my shit out there. It's going to make him more ridiculous, you know, to the people who want to see him fail. So definitely interesting sentiment things. What up, Waffles? Shout out Jester, Malomo, Mao, and Sunny. Appreciate the bits in the morning. 104 watching with 32 likes. Yeah, I get that the market's been pretty choppy, and I think people, you know, have been cut up by that. And when you see people cut up, you see people's participation in the station drop. because it's the station's fault. So I think that's telling you sentiment. Like the market, it feels like a ghost town on the station. It feels like a ghost town in the chat. And it's 108 views. This is definitely the low end of the spectrum right now on a morning show, especially with the way the market's been this week. It is Labor Day on Monday, so it's a 3-day weekend. So make sure you plan for that accordingly. More days of weekend equals more chance for news. Let's see here. So as far as like events go today, all you guys really had are non-farm payrolls came in that just popped the market a little bit pre-market. We'll see if that sustains until we open. Let's see here. Anything else in the session? No, 8:30. That's it. So we don't care about anything else that goes on there. I'm gonna do war stories. I'm gonna endeavor to get off cam earlier than I keep saying I'm gonna, and never pulling it off. We're gonna pull it off today. Let's see. So as far as war stories go, what do you guys got for us? One war story. Association late. All right, let's see. First ever crypto play and close on near 3RR on ETH thanks to intel from the show. Given the show's more focus and not turning up only when I felt like it has allowed me to utilize the intel from the show and stay on the right side. Manage risk, stay mechanical, and let cats do the TA. Well said. Let's see. That's cool. How do you display that on your chart like that? I've never seen that before. That's kind of cool. I have to go look for that. I like that. There's this in the streams. Emerald City. Kaz mentions people still waiting for 8 to 900 ETH, and this could allow ETH to rotate and push higher. Yep. Good deal. Wow. Very low resolution flag you found there. Good rotation. Good stuff. It's as good as it gets, right? It's simple. And that's just applying, that's one of the things that's really important, being able to take the information and port it to a plan. Like we say lots of stuff on here, and I've definitely seen a few people say they struggle to figure out how to take it and make a plan out of it. So the war stories are where you guys want to start. There are folks showing you directly what they took, from a single statement in the show and said, okay, based on I'm going to do this. What resolution to even do that in, right? You could have dealt with that ETH rotation all kinds of time frames. So definitely look back when people notate shows and say, I saw this here and I did this. Like, well, what did they do it on? Did they do it on a 1 minute chart? Did they go swing it across a few weeks? How did they take that information and make a plan? One particular analysis from one show many, many, many weeks ago can be a plan you're still living through right now, 3 months later. So it definitely is worth going back to see how plans are enacted more than just like, wow, that really worked out. Well, what'd you do with it? So definitely take a look at the war story. I think there's some really useful shit people share there, and I think it's pretty awesome that it's so much of it public. Let's see. What up, Seekinson? All right, 120. I see more people here today. So that's our war stories. I'm not going to tell you guys too much. It's 8:46, so I'm going to make this a short show. I'm going to endeavor to get just our macro done and get you guys out here closer to the 9 o'clock mark. I wanted to get you guys out of here. Let me see. All right, so let's start where we usually start. Let's start with the SPY. So this is the OG SPY chart. We had this as a big bear flag, right? And so keeping within both sentiments, right? We talked about this. We got into Ragnarok, bad things could happen. We got into Ragnarok, bad things did happen. Now you're deep down in this, right? You kind of look at this like, well, hey, if I, kind of just like over here, right? If you see a bull flag like this, oops, hello. I got you. Sorry. All right, Ragnarok things, right? That was 417.49 on the SPYs, but getting under here is bad things. This was a potential bear flag we talked about, and now we kind of had to like assess where we are today. I did a, Emerald City kind of obviously the green sentiment, in that I think that we're deep enough down through Ragnarok that you could get a pause in this and at a good level that you could possibly get a bounce. So it took till yesterday until this morning. We'll see if the job number, the numbers we got this morning are good enough to keep us bouncing or not. Either way, like I thought it was deep enough, right? So one thing you want to look at, like when we try to keep you guys on the right sides of sentiments and things, is like this spot here, right? This bull flag. you would love to sit and wait and plan and catch him leaving, if you're catching him here or catching him here or, catching him out there, right? This would be great. Any trade you could take on any of these different days as he's leaving. But there comes a point when you'd be like, if I walk in here that he's extended and I don't want to walk into this shit, this will cut your balls off and ruin everything you make from here, right? So you got to learn to be patient. Once you've got your, your high volatility moment, you go back into your low volatility moment, you wait for your next high volatility moment. So in looking at that, right, we look at this and you can see right here, this is our bear flag on Ragnarok, and it's literally fucking cannon blasted people off a cliff. You look at the extension in this, and you don't want to walk into a version of this where you walk into the full extension of it and then walk into a chop zone or reversal. So that's kind of one reason I said, I threw out a green sentiment, not even just a caution that this is likely extended enough. From here, it'd be dangerous to start making plans right now. A good chance of getting something that goes back here if he's going to keep going down and then goes down again. Either case, right, we know if there's a bear flag like that, just in the short term, bear flags are this, right, made of bull flags. So there's a chance for a small bounce. That's what we're trying to, we pretty much timed in doing that. We're again saying right now, and you can see we have a pre-market strength that tells us that we're at least getting that bounce. Didn't bounce here, it came down a little deeper, and now we're getting this. So that's what we're watching at this point, and we still keep in context that we are under Ragnarok. This does look like a big ass bear flag. This is technically the beginnings of a rotation. If he flags up and dumps again, it's much fucking worse. And that fits within in context of our VIX over here that we keep track of. He began this rotation of the bull flag, right, which is this this dump we see in the SPY. And now this dump right here in the VIX, that's that low rotation. If this is going to be the end of the pump in the VIX, this market keeps pushing. And so now we have to watch this shit. Right? Because now if this fucking bounces, that's the end of the bounce in the SPY. Right? So, sorry, the time frames don't match up exactly because one's longer time frame. But that's what we're dealing with. So this little dump in the VIX is this push right now. So we're going to keep watching this right now. And, if ETH is telling us anything about this, we think ETH is telling us that, the market wanted to be stronger from a while ago, from a couple shows ago. It stabilized, and he's beginning to break. So we're watching him right now to see if, risk assets do drag a little higher, and the S&P kind of just overshot the mark. Again, you can always, check this. And see, this is probably easier to stick on top of each other, but, right? You can see the structure is the same. So we're really proxying it, on the other show with ETH basically showing his strength. Now we're seeing if the S&P will turn around and chase this motherfucker, and if risk assets as a whole might catch a break right now. It looks possible, right? So, that's an expectation, but we plan for the worst in case it doesn't work out. All right, so that's SPY, DXY things. DXY obviously is a scary motherfucker. We talked about him, and we put this line in here, if you remember, this guy. So that's key. He's blown through it, he stabilizes back above it. That's our first sign of fucking danger, and that this could keep getting stronger, right? So we want to pay attention to both things. That being said, I'll pull BTC just because we should. So BTC is not one of the stronger cryptos because, as you've seen, dominance is weak on him. That's why BTC is at highs. ETH BTC looks pretty good. So as long as that's the case, this is not your dominant dude. Right, ETH BTC, like I told you about, this is the one we're paying attention to because this guy has got pretty crazy potential to keep pushing, and it makes ETH the guy you want to watch as your leadership asset. So ETH rotation right now, like I said, this is a broad-based risk asset thing. If this is going to keep going, then the VIX is going to chill. DXY is probably doing a fake break, and the SPY should hopefully track upwards with this. That being said, see, I think that's it, right? I just got to think which ones I go through on here. Probably Euro USD just for shits and giggles, right? Euro USD we're watching on the base as a confirmation on the DXY, right? His breakdown right now is the same shit. So he's wicking this last low until he fully fails this bear flag, right? That won't confirm the DXY push, and this also likely will confirm if we're gonna de-risk a bit more and see VIX push up and the S&P everybody get fucking cannon blasted again. So, all right, that was the warp speed macro. Did you guys get all that? 8:52. I'm gonna fit this bitch into the proper time slot. Here comes Director Vale. You know it. She's on my ass. Don't worry. We'll get it right. Yeah, we're going to fit this show into probably about 30-40 minutes today. And I'll get you guys your proper time to get to prepare. All right. What were symbols? Did you guys even ask any? Let's see how Skeleton Crew vibes this shit was. I didn't see many symbols, to be honest. Symbols. Nobody took symbols? I don't think that's happened in many shows. Alright. Alright, let's see. CVS, Lulu, BTU. No random symbols. You gotta throw them in the beginning. Alright, I see them. In the beginning, guys, drop them, and then like Jester and Matt will grab them, put them all together, and we just do whatever's there. If I, right now, I'm just gonna try to blast through what I have. CVS, Lulu, alright. CVS. You guys aren't new to the show, you know how this works. Let me find my CVS chart. Is it going on? It's really slow. That's an old CVS chart. When we did CVS way back in the day down here. That's not the one we kept updating though. It's this guy, CVS. CVS, big time frame CVS. All right, there's CVS. So, yeah, looking at him, I think, you know, he's worth paying attention to. COVID's not going anywhere. His business cycle is pretty much solid. This guy, I think, you know, where he's at now, you're obviously flagging, pretty obvious bull flag here. This close, he's probably like on a big res worth waiting for up at the very top to make a plan out of how he gets through this. This is a pretty extended arc all the way here. So you probably can see him slow down here and then do something going through this and make a plan at this spot. But this is a same as it was. Lululemon, everybody's favorite clothing store. So we had done this once upon a time. Let's see. Okay, so we're looking at the structure down here when we made this guy, and we had a flag rotation. So he did poke his head through this, but he's failed to like sustain it, and he's come back. So this guy depends on whether or not he maintains this last floor, because that's his trend now, right? He's done this, 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 and he just needs a floor that's higher to continue to do that, right? From a different color. So is this the floor that allows you to go higher? Is kind of how you think about it. There's a ridiculous gap going on because he's got earnings right here. Obviously this morning, which I didn't know about, so now I actually see why the fuck this thing is up here. Jesus Christ. So at any rate, yeah, before I actually realized what I'm looking at. So, okay, so he's gapping right fucking now. Thanks for letting me know about this in the middle of this shit. That's a 30-point gap. So anyways, yeah, that's your swing level. And that's basically what he should do. So I guess this looks possible. He has to clear this before this becomes true. So if that's true, then, you know, his lower resolution uptrend is intact. And if he sustains above here, you'd want to see him, you know, do something like that along these. Yeah, you're looking for something like that. So if he can do that, you keep track of where his target, where he's going here, and it's going to be a rotation right through that shit. That's what you're looking for, and that's his bull flag, right? So it's pretty huge. And you have all kinds of guys like this. You know, when people are so bearish about the market, these guys don't look really that bad. You look at dudes like this and guys like McDonald's, like these guys are like in some big resolution pullbacks that are rotating that don't look terrible. You know, they're in some interesting spots. So that guy doesn't look bad either in retail. All right, what's the next one? Yeah, I see the earnings now. Duh. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. BTU and then cryptos. Only 3 stocks and 3 cryptos. That's not that many. BT, I feel like somebody's asked this a few times now. Peabody Energy. Oh, this is an OG one. Okay, so this was a projection last time we had it. We had this trend line. Thought with the energy wave he would maintain that trajectory as possible. He failed on the way up it. Oh, if you remember this one, yeah, we had projected this guy from back here, and he did this entire structure. So I guess last time we looked at it, that was it. He didn't get any further, but that was a projection up until this point, and then he's gone sideways out of that. So looking at it here, I project this level back across more. To this level, we shoot him across top of the old system. So that's what he's still doing. I'll leave that old projection on there for now. What's he drawn now? He's got proper bull flag on him right there that he's attempting to rotate. So this is still possible. He just didn't do it in a straight shot. I do like that projection. That was dope. We did it back here, so it was pretty sick he fought that much of the wave. For now he's still sitting up here, still structured on top of the system, so you just need something more stable, I guess within the range that you see here. You'll see if he comes out of this, you know, something like that. But as long as he stays above this, it's possible he can head higher. As long as the energy situation remains what it is, you know, if we see energy prices higher going into the winter, you probably see this guy do some things. So, all right, and then next is crypto things. You asked me for, I think you said, fuck, I already forgot. LTC, BTC, where do I have a good chart of that guy at? LTC, BTC. Okay, yeah, I'm in Polo. So we talked about this dude before, and this really critical floor he's got back here in March of 2017 before the entire, like, you know, major wave went off in 17. You go back in time on this dude. I think this is back as far as we get. I don't think these spikes are as meaningful as this is. So that's a pretty critical spot for this flag. The ability to rotate it seemed pretty bad. He's not been one of the stronger guys against BTC when you compare him to somebody like ETH or BNB. But he is attempting, you know, the same kind of strength that you see in BNB, right? So we put this here. This is where you care about him. He has to get back through that floor of 17 before you really care. Otherwise, he's technically a flag under the low, right? So he's technically like a flag like this under the low. And so with regard to, like, you know, him, he is showing some relative strength since the June low. Like if you look at this spot and you look at like ETH BTC, right? It's the same spot. There's strength there. He's just dog shit overall. BNB, BTC, same spot, right? That June spot, right? They all have that same spot right there. He's just not the guy you want, right? If your choice was to go between this, LTC, BTC, ETH, BTC, this is the best of breed thing, right? You just wouldn't touch fucking LTC. He's down in the gutter, right? These two are by far better structures and look far more bullish. And this guy right here, right? These look good indications that there's still risk-seeking behavior across crypto. BNB being the strongest of these three. But this is structurally the same, but underperforming massively. So it's not really your best guy to go for. All right, that's that. What's the next one? Matic and ADA. I feel like I have this guy somewhere. Matic. If this is all we ever did for this guy, it seems pretty basic. Is that it? Well, he's gonna fit. So Matic, BTC, BNB, BTC, ETH, BTC, right? If there's a wave in against BTC, then a lot of cryptos that, you know, are high visibility are going to be outperformers. So he's doing the same wave. I feel like I've done this guy somewhere. Matic. I guess not. Nope. Okay. So whenever we did this last, he just turned into a, you know, that's how his rotation came. So, you know, he did rotate. He just, out of that bull flag, it was just more gradual. So that guy looks like what we just talked about. Right, so maybe like that. And it's best to read things, right? Trying to get it to where you can see it. So since they bounce, right, Maddox actually out of the trenches, like your best to read, like by far, you know, in percentage terms. Not overall in this time frame, but since the bottoms, yeah, Maddox been pretty fucking strong. And so like this also is a bullish indication for seeking behavior. You're just not gonna have Maddox blowing out BTC, BNB blowing out BTC, ETH near highs on BTC if there's not some seeking behavior underneath the marketplace while people are looking at like, you know, the world's about to end. Something doesn't match right there, right? So for right now, there's a couple indications like in the cross markets of BTC and in the dollar markets that suggest there's like, you know, there's relative strength there. So yeah, being a Matic, you know, if he sustains this, that's looks like he's still trying to rotate the big bull flag that we put. One sec. Alright, sorry. So yeah, this bull flag looks, you know, looks like a huge bull flag that's trying to rotate. And you can look at him a couple ways, right? You could say, hey, he's a really huge bull flag, who knows, right? Who knows, right? All we know is Disney's inside this motherfucker, and that's not something you could say about anyone else in crypto. If you guys didn't know that, you know, Disney I think put like $450 million into Polygon, so who knows, right? Down the line. All right, what was the next one? I think I'm almost done here. ADA, time frame 9:05. All right, we're gonna be done. ADA USDT. Let me see. Is this the only one we have? ADA USDT. Yes, ADA USDT. All right, this is where we ever had it. Let's see what we got. Last time we talked about ADA, possible flag rotation on a trigger, never happened. Below trigger, absolute fucking death. Still looks like shit. So in terms of like we say, like underperformers can still be correlated with the broader movements of crypto, but he's an underperformer. Of all the things you could be looking at, this definitely, you know, doesn't look like it. Like I said, we look at Matic BTC, it means Matic itself is strong, right? So Matic, if you had a choice between these two, knowing that, and you're trying to play a long dollar move, like this guy would be a more bullish idea than something that looks like what we just pulled up, right? That guy looks like he's dead. If he falls through here, that would be a bad thing for him right now. So you're looking to see if this guy has the ability to possibly do this and rotate, but if he goes under here, that would probably be, you know, big negatives in the way his trend is going. Got all that? Apple Tazi if we got time. Okay. Apple Tazi. Apple, we talked about Apple before. We like this level as an old trigger that we had in the show. He got above it and then he corrected through it, and now he landed on it with a bunch of stuff looking like it was in places that he could find support. You know, so we were talking about that. We said this is worth looking at. So we circled that I think on last show. So he is bouncing pre-market. He's up with pre-market numbers. So I think that's still true. If the market's going to find some footing here, you probably want to watch guys like this and see if they stabilize. As steep as it is, it's still a bull flag, right? It's still, and it could be rotating off of that trigger if he holds that system. So see what he does, you know, from this point on. Tazi is what? What is this thing? We've done something with it. Why does it have this big circle on it? Oh, is that it? Okay. All right, let's see. Well, it's attempting to, I don't know why I didn't draw more on it. Must have been high. All right, so it's a bull flag that from fucking eons ago, he's been attempting to rotate forever, and he's attempting it right now. So this is one of your, your middle swing points of a bull flag, and you want to see how he handles this level. He's always been choking and getting it through it from November of last year. So looking at that, just to have context on it, he deflected, he ran through it, he corrected. So this is bullish now on this guy, that he does look like this. And as long as this doesn't turn into fucking like absolute disaster over here, you're waiting on this guy to figure out if he's got a bottom, right? We don't know where that is right now, but he needs a low point for price to come down. So that's what you need for this guy to look bullish. He's got to rotate this bull flag. If he does that, then he could look pretty good stabilizing on top of this whole level. So there you go. Got him in. Tazi and Apple, bitches. This is Mr. Smith. Hope you motherfuckers are ready. Good luck. Have a good 3-day weekend. Catch you on the flip. Peace out.
Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome